All right, it's
Because it was a long trip. It was 10 hours to get back too.
Oh my God.
Tell you, we may have come back on Wednesday. It was ice. We picked up snow and ice at just outside of Meridian.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. It was all right. We made it fine, but it was slow go.
Just long. Yeah.
Just long.
Yeah.
okay. It's 7 o'clock. We will get started. Call the meeting to order. Would someone like to volunteer to do the opening prayer?
I'll do it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, everybody bow their heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thanks for letting us be able to come together tonight. Lord, we ask you that you be with all the members of the board. We hope and pray that the decisions we make will benefit the citizens of the town. Dear Lord, please be with everyone as they go home to their families after the meeting. Dear Lord, we give you many praise and we ask you to forgive us for our many sins. We pray in your name. Amen.
Thank you.
You're
Have
welcome.
you taken roll?
Yes, sir. Everybody's here except Colin.
Okay.
Hey, Ronnie, can I just say something right quick? I'd like to make an announcement at the end of the meeting.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
Thank you.
Approval of minutes, the board minutes. You have in your packet the minutes from the February 8th, February 25th special called board meeting and the March 2nd workshop. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? If not, they stand approved. Is there anyone here from the community tonight who would like to address the board? Do we
Yes.
have Bob? I can't
Somebody,
see
Jennifer,
him.
who that is. Jennifer's iPhone. Somebody tell me who that is.
I don't know. Is that Jenny? Is that you, Jenny?
Doesn't have her sound on. It looks like she left.
Could have been the person that wanted me to give them the link.
Yeah, they were having trouble, I think, getting signed on to the sound, it looked like.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it looks like they're gone anyway.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
She
if
has
there are
to
no,
rejoin.
Mayor, I'd like to address the board. Is this where
Yes,
I
sir.
would do it, Bob?
yes, sir.
Yes,
I had something kind of happened to me over the winter storms. I went and rescued some dogs that were residents of the town of Somerville that live on a chain. And they were going to be left out in the weather, in the snow and ice to fare for themselves. And I got to doing a little research on dogs and chains and what a bad thing it is and how it's cruel and dogs are being left out. What it does to dogs to be tied up on chains 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It makes them aggressive. They don't get any socialization with other people or dogs, so they get real aggressive and mean. And I did a little more research and found that there's many towns across the country, counties and municipalities that have ordinances against the continual chaining of dogs. I forwarded Bob a website earlier. It's what was that, Bob? It's the National
HES.org. HES.org. Yes, sir.
Yeah, NHES.org. National Humane Society Education. Educationsociety.org, and it goes over all the bad things that can happen for dogs that are left on chains 24/7. And I would like to see the town of Somerville adopt some type of ordinance that would address that issue.
Okay,
And I have another, more information, a website I found that supposedly has every town in the country, I guess every town in the country, and it's got their ordinance up there and how it reads. There's many different ways that different towns address it. Some say no chaining of dogs between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Some say no chaining of dogs in inclement weather, whether it's too hot or below freezing. There's many different ways to enact something like that. And so that was what I wanted to present to the board and see what other people thought about it.
okay. Were there any that you found that just prohibited outright chaining dogs?
Yes, pretty much. But they would allow certain, like one would say, no outside chaining is allowed unless the owner is within sight. Things like that. So you could chain your dog up outside if you were outside doing work and you were monitoring the dog or something like that. But I don't, most of it was for unsupervised dog chaining. And
Right.
it really surprised me. Some of them, you can just Google that dog chaining and you can find website after website after website that will just give you all kind of information on it. And I also was going to get Dr. Weatherly. I'm going to go visit him tomorrow and try to kind of get him on board and get his opinion of it as well. And see if he would be a supporter of it. But I could come up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, we will see what we can come up with and talk about and bring it back to the next workshop. I guess it's 2 or 3 years ago, I thought about that myself, but I just never did do anything about it. So we will look into that, I can assure you.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. And
Mayor?
I'll be happy to work on it too with you, Mayor, whatever I can do.
Yes, sir.
There's
right.
another visitor, Jennifer, is on there. You know what her last name is, Dave?
If it's Jenny Price, it may be Jenny Price.
Oh, okay.
Is
Well, I
that
know
Jenny Price?
Hey guys, yeah, sorry, that's me.
I know
Okay.
Jenny. How you doing, Jenny?
Good, thank you.
That's
Thank you,
Billy.
David.
That's Billy Ray Price's daughter.
Yes, sir.
Don't hold it against me.
You shouldn't have told us that. Did you want to address the board?
Oh, no, thank you. I was interested in hearing about exactly what David was just sharing, and I'm passionate about that, and I'm glad to hear that you guys are going to look into it. So thank you.
Okay. Well, we will be glad to do that. Is there anyone else who would like to address the board? Okay. Item 6, review the state of Tennessee proclamation for 46 years of service to the town of Somerville by John David Douglas from the State House of Representatives. Y'all have had these documents over the weekend. I hope everyone's had a chance to read through those and look at those. It's very nice of Representative Gant and Senator Wally to sponsor those and have those published by the House and Senate. And Mr. Douglas is here with us. Would you like to say anything, sir?
Yes, Mayor, I appreciate very much Senator Wiley's recognition of my years of service, and also Representative Gant. I have contacted both of them. I appreciate the Senate and the House on the approving the resolution and the proclamation. Also, going back a little bit to December, I appreciate the recognition that the town did with that was presented, and in my plaque, very nice plaque as well. In fact, I'm looking at it as we speak. But anyway, I'm very, very appreciative of all of it.
Okay, well, thank you. It's well deserved. And could we make sure that these proclamations are entered in the minutes, Bob,
Yes, sir.
so that they will be a permanent part of the city's minutes?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone else wish to say anything?
Mayor Mike French, I'd just like to congratulate former Alderman Douglas for his service. And I appreciate them being spread across the minutes, because someone 100 years from now doing genealogy will know what a fine person he was.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, as long as they just use these resolutions.
You don't want to dig in.
Don't do any more research.
Deeper than that. You got, you know, when you get these before you're gone, you got to be really careful for the rest of your time.
You got to do right, John David.
That's right. I'll be careful. I do appreciate it very much, and I appreciate this recognition as well.
Well, thank you for all your years of service, for sure.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have anything? Okay, item 7, the consent agenda. Does anyone wish to have anything pulled off of the consent agenda for discussion?
Mayor, this is Bob. Yeah, we need to take off 7.1.3 to discuss that. You know, Tom was on vacation last week and
Okay.
he just reviewed it today. So he has some discussion points that he would like to talk about.
Okay, so we will pull 7.1.3 off the consent agenda. Is there anything else? Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as amended?
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda as amended. All those in favor say, or call the roll, Bob.
Yep. James,
Aye.
Sandra, Judy,
Aye.
Jason,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
I don't think that Colin has made it, and I don't see him on here. So that's it.
Okay, motion passes. 7.2, motion to award the front counter project to Birmingham Specialty Woodwork for $8,325. Bob?
Yes, we received 2 bids on this contract. We presented it to, sorry, Mayor, hang on a second. We presented it to 5 different companies. The last one was D&G, who he actually doesn't have time and he could not get the bid together, but he said that Birmingham Specialties was a really good woodworking shop and that they could do a really good job on it. Mendy talked to him directly, didn't you, Mendy?
Yes, sir.
So, you know, we did try to get more than 1 bid or more than 2 bids, but we just couldn't find the people that really had the time to take care of us. Most of the people are very tied up right now. There's a lot of construction going on and, you know, anyway, we got 2 bids. The original estimate was at 8,000 and we are very close to that original bid. So.
Okay, is there a motion?
I move.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept Birmingham Specialty Woodwork project quote of $8,325. Is there any discussion? If you would call the roll.
Judy,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Sandra,
Aye.
James,
Aye.
Jason,
Aye.
Mayor.
Motion passes. 7.3, review the structure of the Town of Somerville's Art Commission and review the list of nominees as presented by the mayor. The mayor does not have a list of nominees. I've got a couple of things that I would like to present to y'all at the workshop. One, I would like to expand this, what are we calling this? The
Commission.
Arts Commission. I'd like to expand that to about 9 people, if possible. And I would also, we had talked about having a museum board, so I'd really like to make this instead of having 2 boards, I'd really like to make this a combination Somerville Arts and Museum Commission, or whatever we would decide to call it, and then have 9 people rather than just 5, to make sure we can get a good cross representation of people that could be on this committee. And if that's agreeable to the board, I'd like to put that off until the workshop. And then I will have more information for you.
I agree on that.
Judy, I know you've been working hard on this, you and Sandra both. Is that okay with y'all?
Fine with me.
It's okay with me.
Okay, I promise you I will have something. We have not moved on this as quick as obviously we would have wanted to at some point, but COVID, I'm blaming it on COVID. I don't.
That's as good as
That's
any.
good.
That's good, Ronnie.
I don't know what'll happen, what I'll blame things on once COVID's gone. I hope it's gone someday.
You and
Hey,
everybody else.
Ronnie, did you like
Yes.
the 5 that were on that I presented
Yes.
to?
Yes, that was fine. And
Okay.
one of the reasons we were talking about 3 people from the board on there. And so out of 5, one thing I thought that might be a little heavy with board members.
You're probably
So,
right. Yeah.
So I want to expand it out and get some more people involved. But I will get y'all a list and talk with y'all about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank y'all. I appreciate that.
Well, Mayor, we're gonna talk about you say 9. Could it be up to 9? You know.
Well, I let me think through that. I've still got but I think we want to have more than 9. Maybe I sometimes think 9 might be too many, but then to get the representation I'd like to have, I think we need to go that high.
Okay.
I'm not a believer in great big boards, but at the same time, I want to get a cross section of representation on that board.
Right. Well, my thinking would be that the board would decide up to 9. At any given time.
I think 9's a good number, because if you have something that you have to vote on, then you know what I mean? It's not even, it couldn't be I think
it needs to be an odd number.
It needs to be an odd number.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to say. Thank you.
Well, I will bring y'all something. I will have something at the workshop. I appreciate y'all granting me this leeway. Now we'll go back to 7.1.3, the contract with A2H.
Yes, I got an email from Tom today. Tom, would you like to discuss this at all?
Well, I can.
You see it on the screen?
Pardon me?
You see your email on the screen to me? I put it up there.
I do, and I've got it in front of me with my highlights and notes on it. The agreement doesn't say whether it's an exclusive consulting agreement or not, but the concern that I've got is it doesn't really provide a way to terminate the agreement without cause, which in my opinion, a consulting agreement should always have flexibility in it for either party to get out of it with proper notice. And that's set out in subparagraph B of the first paragraph. Of course, if, as I say in subparagraph C, if it's very clear in the agreement that it's not an exclusive consulting agreement, then the town can just simply use someone else if they're not particularly satisfied with the services provided by A2H. Then under the terms and agreement under paragraph 2 of my email, paragraphs 14 and 15 are clearly inconsistent and the language there needs to be reconciled. And then finally, I just believe to keep everybody honest, there always needs to be an attorney's fee clause in every agreement. You know, if you don't have an attorney's fee clause in the agreement, then if there is a dispute and one party has to sue the other and you don't have an attorney's fee clause, the prevailing party is not able to have their attorney's fees that may run into the tens of thousands of dollars reimbursed by the losing party. So by putting that attorney's fee clause in there, it keeps everybody much more honest. But you know, those are the things that stood out to me when I read over it. It is a little bit different from the one that was submitted back in 2018. I don't show in my computer where I reviewed the 2018 agreement, but you know, the current agreement is a proposed 36-month agreement with automatic annual renewals, and the one that the town I think is currently operating under is just an annual agreement. So again, I think that there either needs to be something that gives either party the right to terminate with 30, 60, 90 days notice for no cause or any cause, or it needs to clearly state that it's a non-exclusive agreement.
I can't believe we'd sign a contract with automatic renewals in it with anybody for anything.
Yeah. It looks like that 18 agreement was set up that way, but it did say, and this language is not in the current proposed agreement, Mayor, under the current operating agreement, it does say it's a year-to-year agreement. And it says until the planning services are no longer required by the town of Somerville. So that kind of gives the town a way out under its current agreement by simply giving notice that your services are no longer required, and therefore under the language of under that agreement is Roman numeral paragraph 4, the town chooses to terminate. But that language is not really in this new proposed agreement.
Okay, could I suggest to the board that we have Tom amend the contract to what he feels should be in there and then present that back to A2H and then bring this back to the workshop?
I'll agree.
Is that agreeable to everyone?
I agree.
I think it sounds good.
Mayor, that's fine with me. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, that's good.
All right, thank you, James. All right, Tom, if you would take care of that, and you and Bob get with A2H and get that figured out, and then we'll bring it back to the next workshop.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Let's see, 9.1. Review the competitive quotes to provide lawn treatment services at the cemetery. Of course, we have not, this is brand new tonight.
We didn't get to discuss that at the workshop. Sorry about that, Mayor. I can bring that back next month. That'd be fine.
Okay, I would like to, I will except in emergencies, I would like everything to go through workshop before it gets on the board agenda.
Yes, sir.
Is that okay?
Mayor, can I say this? Can I say this about that?
Yeah.
The no local people on there. You know, you have Johnny Paddock, AJ Bashirs, Eddie Davis, you know, all are local, and I think all three of those do the same thing. So I like to see all local people get opportunity.
Okay, we'll work on that and bring that back to the workshop next month.
Yes, sir.
What
Excuse-
about the, do you have anything on the sewer situation?
I didn't get anything from MTS on that.
Okay,
Nothing came
All
to
right.
their, anyway.
all right. We are having some problems with a sewer customer that we're going to need to make some amendments to our sewer zone, our sewer users ordinance. But we will definitely be bringing that to the workshop. Depending on what happens, we may have to have a special meeting, but we will be back in touch with you, or we may be able to wait until the workshop if we can work out an arrangement with them first. But we will be back in touch with you on that. Is there anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. Jason, you had requested some time at the end of the meeting.
Yeah, here for about a month. A month ago, I received some information, and I've been hesitant about making an announcement about this, but finally got confirmation about a week ago that I'm gonna be a grandfather.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wanted to share-
congratulations.
I just wanted to share that with everybody.
Well,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
And congratulations, Jason.
Thank you. Thanks everybody. My oldest son, him and his girlfriend found out about a month ago. They took, of course, a home pregnancy test, but then they got an official test. Went to the doctor, got the official test, and everything's looking good. She's about 12 weeks pregnant. Should be due around September the 13th, which is even more excited for me because that's about 15 days before my birthday. And it's my oldest son, his birthday is 10 days after my birthday. So we're gonna
Okay, so you'll have a big September, sounds like.
yeah, that's right. So when he told me, I was real excited, and like I said, I just been a little hesitant on announcing it because didn't really want to jinx them. And well, they actually confirmed it the other day, and I was like, well, I ain't waiting no more. I'm telling everybody. So
Congratulations.
thank y'all very much, and I appreciate y'all giving me the time to announce that. I really do.
Yes, sir. Does anybody else have anything? If not, we will be adjourned.
Thank you. I'll see everybody Saturday morning.
Thank y'all. Yeah, don't
Thank you.
forget, I guess, yeah, don't forget Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. 8
Mayor,
p.m.
Mayor, the TML virtual conference is the 15th. The
which is
governor,
next
the
Monday.
lieutenant, the governor, the lieutenant governor, the speaker of the House, and the commissioner of revenue are the major speakers.
Okay.
What time is that? Mike?
10:30 starts at 10:30. Bob can get you registered.
Can you
Yeah.
send out? Is it a Zoom?
It
Yes.
is.
Yeah, I'd like to have that just in case, Bob.
Okay. And it's free, I think. Isn't that correct, Mike?
That is correct.
Yes.
It is free. And you can send questions once you get registered. You can send questions in to the participants.
I'll send it out to everybody tomorrow and you can take a look at it, and I will get you signed up tomorrow if just write me back. And Jason, I'll get you on there. Judy, did you
I'd
say
like-
you get on there?
Yeah, I'd like to be on it.
I can't Monday.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning it, Mike.
Right.
Okay. Anything else? All right. We'll see y'all Saturday morning.
Hey,
All
Mike,
Okay,
Mike,
sounds
can you
good.
hang on for a minute? Mike?
Yeah,
7:30 if you want
I'll stay on.
breakfast.
Yeah, 7:30 if you want breakfast. That's right.
There'll be plenty.
Okay.
Sounds good. See everybody
See
Saturday.
y'all then.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Bye.